Hello everyone, this is V here. So we are going to see today's editorial about heat plan. Heat plan on Indian cities and heat related preparedness. So, sorry for the interruption. Okay, let's get into this one. India must develop a comprehensive heat strategy ahead of COP30. COP30 is a meeting where they talk how to keep the earth healthily. Ahead means before. So, before COP30, India must develop a comprehensive heat strategy, which means that they have to develop a smart plan to solve this heat problem. Okay, next one. Summer has arrived early in several parts of India. So, here arrived means came. So, usually summer comes later, but this year it got hot early in some places in India. Several means something 60 to 80 percentage. And in the last week of February, heat waves were officially reported in Goa, Maharashtra. So at the end of the February, some places like Goa and Maharashtra got so heat that people called it a heat wave, which is when it's super hot for days. States like Odisha, Telangana, Maharashtra have already recorded temperature exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. So exceeding is it going over more than like that. Okay. So some areas like Odisha and Telangana and Maharashtra got hotter than 40 degrees Celsius, which is really warm. Hotter than a summer day at the playground. So throughout the most of February, 31 states and union territories experienced night temperature at least 1 degree Celsius above normal, with 22 states and union territories reporting night temperature that were 3 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. So in February, where it's supposed to be cooler, okay, but 31 places in India had night that were a little warmer than usual. I mean 1 degree more, and 22 places had night that were a lot warmer. It extends to 3 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. The next one. Above the normal, which is above the normal. For example, if it is 20 degrees Celsius, in this case, it will be like 21 degrees Celsius. And in this case, it will be like 23 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Got it? Okay. Given that February is classified as winter by India Meteorological Department, this department says that February is a winter. These are signposts. Signposts means clues or hint that shows something, that point towards new climate normals. It is a new climate, but it is becoming as normal. You got my point, right? Like February is supposed to be a winter in India, according to weather experts, but it's getting hot instead. This shows the weather is changing to a new normal. And scientists have long warned that rising global temperature, both on land and sea, will result in more intense and frequent heat waves. So rising is going up, which means going up. It keep on increasing. And global means all over the world. And intense means strong. And frequent means happening a lot, like a lot of times. So, smart people who study the earth says that the earth is getting hotter on land and in the ocean. So, heat waves will happen more often and be stronger. This underscores the need for countries and states to prepare for heat events just as they do for the earthquake or floods. So, underscores means important. So, it's super important for countries and states to get ready for hot weathers. Like they get ready for shaking grounds, that means earthquake, and too much water into the land, that's called floods. However, recent studies by the Sustainable Future Collaboration, which examined heat related preparedness in 9 Indian cities, found that none has long term planned in places. Okay, so examined means closely looked. Long term means plan that work for many years. It will be like 5 to 10 years. Like you do some plan for 5 to 10 years. What you are going to do for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, so this line states that a group called Sustainable Future Collaborative checked 9 big cities in India to see if they are ready for the heat. But unfortunately, none of them had plans that last a long time. It is a very short term purpose. Okay. Next, the most responses are limited. Limited in the sense just a little. To short term emergency measures. Measures means action to fix a problem, such as providing drinking water, adjusting work hours, and boosting hospital capacity during heat waves. So, right now, cities are only doing quick fixes where it gets hot, like giving out water, changing work time, and making sure hospitals can take more people. But crucial long term interventions, such as ensuring access. Intervention means actions to make things better, such as ensuring access to household occupational cooling for vulnerable. Vulnerable means people who need extra help because they are weak. Populations, ensuring workers against lost income on extremely hot days, improving fire management, and upgrading electricity grids for reliability or missing. Okay, so big important plan like giving cool air to people who need it most and paying workers if they can't work because it's too hot, stopping fires better and fixing power lines so they don't break or not happening. So few cities have even begun planning for expanded local weather monitoring, mapping urban heat islands, or training those responsible for implementing heat waves. So, monitoring means watching, like just watching the weather, local weather. And urban is city, places like city. And implementing means putting a plan into action. Plan into action. So, not many cities are starting to check the weather point, find the hottest spots in town, or teach people how to follow the heat waves. Other strategies which includes increasing green cover, creating open space to reduce heat, deploy rooftop. Here deploy means using or putting something in place, like on rooftop putting something. Solar for active cooling are often carried out without targeting the population that are most at risk. So some cities are planting more trees, making open areas to cool things down, and using solar panels on roofs for power. But they are not making sure the people who need help most get it. So while global efforts to combat means fight against climate changes largely focus on cutting greenhouse gas emission. So emission means gases that go into the air and hurt the earth. Okay, the limited progress on that front is shifting attention to adaptation. Adaptation is changing to fit a new situation. You are just changing to fit into the new situation, particularly in the managing responses to heat, which means that the world is trying to stop climate change by making less bad air. But since they are not working fast, people are now thinking more about how to live with the heat instead of fighting against it. That's cool, right? Like you are adjusting, you are ready to adjust the thing. And next time, affordable cooling devices are frequently recommended. Affordable means it's not not expensive one. Like you can buy it with the money that you have. But they raise concerns about increased use of ozone depleting refrigerants. So concern means worries. Okay, so people suggest cheap coolers to stay comfortable, but those coolers might use stuff that hurts the sky. That's ozone layer. Experts now advocate is say something a good idea they gave. Having sustainable building. Sustainable means good for earth for a long time. Green infrastructure and passive cooling solution. Although these two can impact land price and urban planning. So smart people says we should build house that stay cool naturally, use plants and other easy cooling tricks. But these can make land cost more or change how cities are built. India must develop a comprehensive heat strategy, national heat strategy, and embed. Embed means put something inside something else. Okay, it embed it within its national adaptation plan ahead of 30th Union Nation Climate Change Conference, which is called COP30 in Brazil in November this year, I mean 2025. So, India needs a big heat plan that fits into a bigger plan to handle climate change. And they should finish it before a meeting in Brazil called COP30 in November. So this is the paragraph is about how India is getting hotter. And while they are doing some quick fixes, they need bigger, longer plans to keep everyone safe, especially before a big meeting called COP30. Does that make sense? What do you think they should do about the heat? Thank you. If you have any doubt, just comment in the comment section.